Hey guys, this is Melissa from CA House Music. I'm coming to you today to talk about the potential effects of the coronavirus on the music products industry. Obviously, we know that the coronavirus originated in China and has since spread to various other countries, Italy, Japan, South Korea, and we're seeing more reported cases in the US. Now, the coronavirus has already had a huge economic impact with a severe drop in the Dow and setbacks in work production with the spread of the coronavirus. More people are being quarantined, more people are ill, and so that's going to have a widespread economic impact. Now, within the music industry, we're coming off of a really kind of a record-setting NAMM show. We had, one of the highest attended shows of all time this past January, and one of the jokes about the NAMM show is a lot of the new products that are shown, we have to wait a little while to get them. So instead of, National Association of Music Merchants, it's not available maybe May. So one of the potential effects of the coronavirus is we may see even a little more time with those new products coming out. We're also seeing some impact on manufacturers at this point because, a lot of manufacturers have plants that are based in China. Some manufacturers will be mildly affected with the work slowdown that's happening in China right now. Some manufacturers have only one or two components of a lot of their products manufactured at a plant in China, but without those one or two components, you can't put a product out, to your buyers, to your retailers, to your consumers. So, even if it's only a couple little pieces being affected, that is going to affect the entire production of the product. So right now we have some manufacturers who are saying, get your orders in now because the products are currently in stock, but we may see a slowdown here in the next couple months because obviously that production slowdown won't affect us right now, but it'll affect us in the coming months because the manufacturers have that product in stock currently from production before the coronavirus. We are also seeing some manufacturers that are not as affected by the coronavirus right now or are not concerned about the coronavirus affecting their production. Some of these manufacturers, don't really have a ton of plants based in China. Some of them are looking at, plants in Indonesia, plants in Thailand. But with that, because the coronavirus is so catching and so it seems that there is going to be a widespread worldwide kind of epidemic-like pandemic-esque outcome to this coronavirus. There are a lot of unknowns with that. So if we see outbreaks in Thailand, if we see outbreaks in Indonesia, and I think the timing and the severity of those outbreaks will really affect some of those other manufacturers that may not be as worried right now. And I think a lot of how affected they're going to be will depend on the timing and the severity of those outbreaks. Now, there are also some manufacturers who have a little bit of flexibility on where they get those components for their products. So, they may not be manufacturing them in China right now. They may have moved production for those products to some of their other plants that are not as affected by the coronavirus at the moment. So those bigger companies that have a little bit more flexibility with where their products can be made may not be as affected. And that may be in the future as well because that flexibility can go from China to another plant, and then once that plant or if that plant is affected, they can move production back to China if that production is doing better at the time. So, some of these manufacturers, like I said, are already affected. Some are not concerned, but we'll wait and see in the coming months, in the coming weeks, where the coronavirus spreads, and the timing and the severity of that spread in these different countries. One other thing to take into consideration with the coronavirus is the timing that it happened in China. So it happened right after the Chinese New Year, where China essentially shuts down for a little bit. There's not production happening during the Chinese New Year. So some of these manufacturers were prepared for that shutdown. They had a little bit more of their components, a little bit more of their product in, because they knew there would be a shutdown for the Chinese New Year. So, that has kind of come in handy as the corona outbreak has happened. Obviously there is going to be an end to that, stockpiling of parts and product, but hopefully by that time there will be increased production in China. So like I said, right now there's not a lot of certainty. We're being told order more because those products are in stock currently. So that's what we're doing, so that we hopefully don't experience any kind of inventory gap, any stocking gaps, that we would have to say, sorry, we're out of this product right now, we can't really get it. So we're trying to buy right now to make sure that you guys don't experience any of that on your end. So like I said, though, with the uncertainty of the way the coronavirus is going to spread, if it's going to spread, the severity of the outbreaks, that could affect different manufacturers at different times. So right now we're kind of in a wait and see pattern. We have heard from some people, order more now. But hopefully in the coming months, in the coming weeks, we'll have a little bit of a clearer picture on who will be affected, exactly what products are going to be harder to find. So, with that, we are going to be doing periodic updates on what we know for you guys, so you can kind of stay up to date on how the coronavirus is or will potentially affect the music products industry. I would like to, and this is something that essentially, we've been talking about and thinking about. We really want to send our peace and light and love and prayers and thoughts to those affected by the coronavirus. Obviously, it's becoming a worldwide tragedy at this point, and we want everyone out there to know that we're thinking about you, and our thoughts really go out to you. So, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and leave it open to you guys. What do you think the music product is going to see in the coming months with the potential spread of the coronavirus, what has already happened with the coronavirus? What are you guys expecting to see? Do you think it will affect you? Do you not? We'd love to know your thoughts and comments. Obviously, if you want to hear more updates that we're going to provide in the future, hit subscribe so that you can get notified when we post videos. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll be back later to discuss a little bit more when we have updates. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.